Yuriy Sak's an advisor to Ukraine's Minister of Defence, and I asked him how significant he saw the US move as.
Farah, this is a very significant reassurance, and I would like to remind us all that Ukraine, we have been requesting the modern fourth-generation fighter jets F-16s for more than a year now. Acquiring fourth-generation aircraft, acquiring F-16s will make our skies more secure, and essentially it will bring our victory closer.
If this goes ahead, it won't be till next year at the earliest, will it?
The first stage of the training of the pilots will be making sure that they are up to scratch in terms of the terminology, and not just pilots, of course, the support crew as well. But the first combat training will begin early next year, and we're looking at, say, May, June. That's when actually I think our first pilots and support crews will be ready to implement combat missions.
Given what you're needing to do now, how useful is that?
It is very useful for many reasons, because in addition to dealing with the immediate threats and in addition to carrying out our immediate military operations, we are also thinking long term. We are trying to make up for the lack of modern air power by other systems, by drone warfare, by long-range artillery. But long-term, we need to build a modern air force, because even after our victory, Russia is not going to disappear. And there's very high likelihood that Russia will continue to be an aggressive state that will have to be controlled and tempered. And this is why we need the modern air force.
We learnt overnight about a drone hitting a building in Moscow, assumed to be a Ukrainian drone. These fighter jets, if they ever do get to Ukraine, will they be used outside the borders of the country?
Sarah, we have proven time and again that we really honor our commitments before our partners. If one of the conditions of the transfer of any weapons system is the prohibition of using these weapons outside of the Ukrainian territory, legitimate, I would like to underscore, legitimate Ukrainian territory, then we stand by our commitments.
One can easily imagine a situation where Ukraine is being fired upon by artillery that is in Russia. What would an F-16 do in that case?
Look, under Article 51 of the UN Charter, which is the Bible of the international law, every nation who is a member of the United Nations is entitled to the right to self-defense. And these incidents, the one that you're referring to, they are very well described in the practice of international law. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
But the point that you make, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, is the decision about whether an F-16 would take out an artillery that's firing from Russia is one that a decision you'll take at the time.
I am not in a position to make a statement to that effect, but I think I will just have to repeat that if the agreement with our partners will entail a condition that these fighter jets cannot be used outside of the territory of Ukraine, this is how it's going to be.
That was Yuriy Sak talking to me. Now we